Hello, congratulations to all students getting their GCSE results today and their teachers and leaders who made those results possible. We know this has been a really difficult year, a year of unknowns, and so we know there's been particular pressure for young people and teachers this year. Well done. Nationally, we know that it's not actually as volatile as it might have been. We were promised by Ofqual comparable grades, and that seems to be the case even in the reformed GCSEs, with a couple of percentage points different at the top end and in overall pass rates as well. In English, there were a couple of percentage points down, but we know that's partly because more young people are doing GCSEs in English language and English literature because of Progress 8 and the IGCSEs not counting, and also the look of the cohort was different this year. That brings us on to another point, which is the change of young people doing the new GCSEs, and as we move forward, the number of young people doing GCSEs in the full complement of EBAC subjects. Whilst we absolutely support the need for a rigorous academic curriculum, we need to balance that with the professionalism of school leaders knowing what courses and what qualifications are right for their young people that is going to have the biggest impact on their future outcomes. That can never be sacrificed by any accountability measure, and we're really pleased that Ofsted are looking at curriculum this year, and we really hope they work with the profession and reassure the profession that the emphasis is always on young people and their outcomes and not about a headline measure. Talking of headline measures, obviously some schools will be trying to work out their Progress 8 scores at this point in time. The advice from SSAT is simply don't, or do take any estimates with a pinch of salt. As we said, entry patterns changed so much this year. It was a very different cohort from last year, so it's really difficult to predict what Progress 8 scores might be. And I think that's a message that we need to tell parents and governors very loudly, that we just can't know at this point in time. What we can focus on are the other measures, and obviously one of the big changes this year was the basics measure, the percentage of students achieving a 5 or higher in an English and maths. Nationally, that is very different from the percentage of students achieving a 4 or higher, over 18%. So as a school, if that headline figure is looking very different this year, that's nothing to be concerned about. That is the national picture as well. There's been a lot of talk in the mainstream press about the potential dumbing down of the supposedly harder GCSEs, partly because the pass rate in the higher maths paper was very low. Now, actually, that doesn't mean anything at all. The fact that we have harder exams but lower pass rates reflects the greater content and the more rigorous content of these new qualifications. It is in no way dumbing down, and I think it's an unhelpful thing for the papers to say, particularly on results day when young people are going to be so proud of what they've achieved, being the first cohort to go through it. From all of us at SSAT, we'd like to wish you a very happy results day and to focus on individual successes, and let's leave the analysis to later in the year. Congratulations.